satellite out of the forest here in Tejeras, New Mexico, and going all the way up. We're probably jumping on some of the satellites with the Air Force Base here, so we're getting good service. We got Jax the dog. He's trying to come on over. And here we go. We're live from the forest, working out on the ranch. I see it on YouTube. I see myself there talking into the camera, and that is what we were looking for. And here we are, everybody. You have that little got it on your screen. And as people jump in, they're going to know that we are streaming on YouTube, and we have a workout coming to you live from the forest. So check this out, everybody. This is the first time ever. I've never even been here before. This is my brother's home, and he lives up in the mountains outside of Albuquerque, New Mexico, in a place called Tejeras. And we're at 7,500 feet, maybe even a little bit higher than that. And so just like we talked about all last week, the oxygen is going to be a little thinner up here. And I want you all to pay attention to me during the workout when I'm doing exercises, because you're going to notice that I get out of breath and I'm going to get tired quicker. Because just like we were talking about with some of our team leaders, when you're up at a higher elevation, imagine it's like you're breathing through a straw, and the straw is either maybe a big straw and it's easy to breathe, or the straw is a little smaller. And so it's a little bit tougher to breathe through that straw. And so that's what my body, if I would stay out here for a couple of weeks, my body would what's called acclimate. It would say, hey, you know what? I'm pretty familiar now with this amount of oxygen in the air, and I know how to run my body systems with giving the amount of oxygen we have here compared to what I'm used to when I'm down at sea level. And at sea level, remember, that's when we have the most amount of oxygen in the air. So we're going to kick things off. We have my brother here. We're at his house. We're always wearing matching flannels out here in the woods, so it's kind of fitting for this workout. We have on our beanies and our flannels. And so Adam's going to come over here, and let's ask the co-host, are we going to do a duet, or are we going to do ones and twos?
How about 1 and 2?
1 and 2. And did anybody see that move? Did anybody? Again, I have not forgot about this from Alicia, learning that move of whenever you're in a situation, you put those arms up kind of like you're thinking, and that way you're in the ready position for that defense position. So Adam, say something real loud. Hello. Could you guys hear that?
Yes.
Okay, great, because I'm not sure which ear is the microphone ear. All right, so we're going to go ones and twos. So you want to go first, or you want to go second? He's going to go second. All right, so here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in the good. Out the bad. Breathe in the happy. Breathe out the sad. Breathe in your best. And breathe out your worst. And breathe in your power so you reach your goals first. Nice job. All right, everybody. Again, that was fun. That was our first duet, me and my brother doing the breathing motto. And I can already tell you from just doing those breathing exercises that I could feel a difference with the air that I was breathing in and the air that I was breathing out. So that was pretty neat. Again, we're here. We're on the ranch. We have all the trees behind us. We have some equipment over here. We're going to have a little lesson in just a few minutes about lifting and kind of using our body to move things around. And but first, we're going to get started with our warm up. Now, earlier in the workout, some of you saw, I'm not going to have my glasses on. I don't need that. And let's see if it might look better because I have on a bright shirt underneath this shirt. Let's see. Can you see me better with the t-shirt on, Ben? Let's check in with my co-hosts.
Yep.
Yes, you can.
That's good. That's good. And you know what? It's going to be better for me because what happens when you start exercising, what happens to your body? Even if it's a little chilly outside, you're going to start to warm up. And so you might want to layer like I did. Now, wow, who saw that right there? That's not a wrestling rope, but look at that. Doesn't it kind of look like one? It looks like I stepped back into the wrestling ropes, but what it is it's a slack line. So it's going to look like I'm just kind of sitting here in the air, but I'm actually sitting on a 2-inch slack line, which is a lot like a trampoline. You can see it's bouncy and it wants to move me around. Okay, so I have to fire up my muscles. Just to be sitting here, I've already started my workout. And you might too also think about, hey, I'm gonna check my posture. I'm gonna think about my shoulders and my trapezius. I'm gonna think about my top of my head. And that's what we want to do. So I'm gonna try to do as much of this warm up on the slack line or using the slack line as I can. And I think it's gonna be a lot of fun And you might even see me kind of have to catch my balance, which again, that's the goal of this, kind of like when I sometimes sit on that stability ball. All right, here we go. Let's start with our head and neck, though. Let's get ourselves moving around. And we're going to start with the classic side to side. So I'm looking over this way. And I'll tell you what, everybody, there's a bunch of trees. There's some snow. There's a lot of wood chips on the ground. Let's go ahead. I'm going to bring my head over this way. And I'm looking at, there's a little shed over here for firewood and a lot more trees. There's a big chunk of snow right here on the ground. Maybe we'll do something with that snow here in a minute. Let's go back over to the right shoulder. Bringing that chin over to the shoulder, holding it there for about 5 seconds. And then going back over to the left shoulder. We're going 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and go up and down. Let's do the same thing, maybe about 5 seconds. I'm going to start with bringing my chin down. So I got my chin tucked. I'm still trying to sit up straight. If I lean too much, this slack line is going to respond to that. It's going to give me a challenge. And so I'm going to sit up straight. I'm going to keep my chin tucked in. My hands can maybe be on my legs here. I could even put my hands on the slack line, whatever I'm most comfortable with. And I'm going to bring my head up and I'm looking up at the bright blue sky, everybody. And I'm 7,000 feet closer to the sun. And so it feels warmer and it's brighter. Let's go ahead and bring it down. If you just now joined in the workout, you would have not seen, but before I had a different location. Let's bring our head back up. And in that location, it was so bright, it almost looked, like Ben said, kind of ghostly, where everything was kind of, it was like bleached out and it was hard to see. Let's bring our chin back down one more time, holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. And so that kind of helped us. We moved over here to this spot and hopefully you can see me. If it's difficult to see me, I'm sorry. It was one was really bright and the other one's in the shadow. So I hope it's okay. And I'm going to try to explain what I'm doing really well if you're having a hard time seeing me too. Let's go ahead and get our head moving and let's combine the two. So let's go over to the side. Let's bring it down across the bottom and bringing it up and then just going back and forth. So again, kind of like the swing set, kind of like I'm looking, just kind of scanning the ground below me and then looking up over my shoulder again one more time, moving it over that way. Nice. Going over my right shoulder. Let's go one more time each way over to the left shoulder. One more time down and over to the right shoulder. Nice job. Now pay attention. I remember I said I want you to watch me for certain things. And one of them is, again, my oxygen, but also being on the slack line. Now, who noticed a moment ago what I did with my feet? Who saw that move where I put my foot back here and I changed up my stance? Now, what this does for me is it's going to provide me with some greater stability. It's going to offset my stance and allow me to use my muscles differently. And watch, you're going to see me changing up my foot positions and getting different situations of balance as my muscles get tired over time. So again, it's just something to watch for. It's kind of neat to see how the body can always adapt. You can always try to find a way. All right, let's go ahead and do our ear lift. So I'm going to listen up to the trees. And I'll tell you what, these trees, they speak. These are 100-year-old pinyon pine trees. Let's go ahead with the other ear and lifting them up. So I got the ear lift going on. I'm listening to what the trees might say. There might be some squirrels up in there. Bring our head back to the middle. Now we're going to lift it up again, ear lift. There's definitely hawks out here. There might be eagles. I'm also bringing my shoulder down. Let's switch it out again. I'm going up with one ear, down with the other shoulder, holding it up, bringing it down. Let's go one more each side with the ear lift. Let's see, there might be some elves up in those trees. And look at this, I'm lifting up. And did you see that? I even rose up with the slack line. So I've engaged some of my quadricep muscles, and then I'm going to bring that ear back down. Let's try that again. That's kind of fun. Look at this ear lift, and we're just going up and up and up and up. It's like I'm getting pulled up by a string by my ear. Oh my gosh, this is fun. And then we're bringing it back down. All right, nice. That's not something we often get to do, but this is something, the slack line, you can see it's up here for the seat, but when I sit on it, the weight is going to bring it down, and it's going to make it to where it's kind of springy. All right, so pay attention to that. And again, pay attention to how I have to challenge my body to stay in a balanced position while I'm doing different exercises, especially when we get twisting and moving. That's going to be fun. All right, we have one more for our head, and again, it's for our head and neck. And I like this one. This is giraffe head turtleneck. So I'm going to turn kind of sideways on the slack line. And so again, this is a different way of sitting on it. And look at this even too. Here, I can bring my feet off the ground, and I'm having to challenge my body to be balanced on here. Now, gravity's working against me. Plus I have all the swinging around. So it's a neat challenge. I'm going to include that into doing my giraffe head turtle next. I'm sitting this way. I'm going to reach forward with my giraffe head, bringing that chin out. And then let's bring it on back with the turtleneck. Bringing our chin up and back. Let's go forward, bringing it out and bringing it back nice and slow, keeping the chin up. And there we go, bringing it back. You can tell I really got a good one when my voice changes. And then bringing it out. Let's go one more time. Let's hold it out, giraffe neck. And then bringing it back. Holding it back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Nice. All right, everybody, let's have a sip of water. I'm going to go grab my water. It's right over here on top of the fireplace. Nice. There we go. And this one, this is neat. This is my brother brought me this water. So I got a nice water bottle here, kind of like the one Nick got me for the holidays. Thank you, Nick. You think it's going to come out faster. Who's ever had a water bottle like that where you take a sip and you think it's going to come out real quick and it doesn't? That's always fun, isn't it? That's what that water bottle's doing to me right there. It's having fun. All right, so let's get ready. And I got a question for Nick. Nick, it's going to be tough for this one. You might be able to figure it out. If you're on YouTube, you might be able to pause the video, figure it out. How many trees do you all think are behind me in this picture right here? I mean, this is just one little shot of the forest here. I mean, I am surrounded by trees everywhere I look. And I hope for everybody, I hope after all these storms pass and when the weather gets nice again, I hope everybody, if you haven't lately been to some trees and getting out and into some real big nature like this, you got to make that a goal for 2023. You got to make it a goal for at least some point throughout the year. You want to get out into some great big nature and just breathe in the fresh air and kind of pay attention to all the trees and everything that's been here for such a long time. But Nick, I don't know. And remember, when I don't know something, that gets my shoulders up. It gets my trapezius working out. We might have had a guest in the chat room. Let's see. And then let's bring those shoulders down. Let's push them down. I'm trying to touch the slack line with my elbows, and there's no way I can get it, but I'm thinking about it. And now let's give a squeeze. Let's squeeze those arms against our side. Squeeze it tight as you can right there. And then let's bring it back up with the shoulders, back up with the trapezius. Holding those trapezius up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's push them down, pushing down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then giving it a squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Let's go ahead and move our elbows around. Let's get into that kayak row. This is such a great one to start off with the elbows. You can really do this kind of like, free movement where you don't have to kind of focus on the size of the elbow circle or anything. You're just moving them around side to side, moving one, moving the other. I'm going to do one just a couple times on this side, maybe do a couple times just on this side here. Moving my arms around, moving these arms around, moving them backwards, moving them forwards, bringing them back and forth. Remember, we did this the other day. Let's go ahead and do what we did the other day too. Let's hold them back. Let's hold them up forward. Let's bring one back. And then let's switch them out. And let's keep that switch going. Just keep switching, which one's in front, which one's in back. And this is reciprocation. Remember, we're alternating, but we're reciprocating. We're doing one at the same time. Now let's do alternating. Let's go one and the other, one and the other. This is alternating, one and the other. We're just doing the left arm and the right arm, moving them back and forth. And when they get here, they're both at the same place at the same time. When you're reciprocating, they're just going to pass by each other, but they're never going to be at the same place at the same time. Remember, we were trying out the reciprocating fingertip taps, and that was tough. Remember, we might do that again when we get to wrist circles. Let's go ahead and get those arms out and get those arms moving. And this is kind of neat. I'm on a slack line, and I want to talk about my arms and how my arms help my feet, and my arms can help my whole body with balancing. And we're going to kind of, as we're doing some casual arm circles here, I'll talk about it, and then we're going to do it, and then we're going to see it. I'm going to show you. And so with I'm moving my arms here. Now, if my arms are out to the side, they're kind of weighing me to the left side and to the right side because my arm's out here. If I just put one arm out, let's put one arm out and do an arm circle. Well, if you think about it, if you didn't lean over, well, then that means you fired up some muscles because those muscles kept you from tipping over when you put the weight of your arm out there. Now, where do you think your arms would need to be for the best position if you were trying to balance. And now a lot of people, when they think of the slack line or they think of balancing, they think of a tightrope walker. Who's ever seen a tightrope walker? And they're walking the tightrope and they're holding a bar, right? They have a long bar that goes across and they move the bar, and that kind of helps them to balance. But on this, you don't have a bar. But what you have is you have your arms, and your arms' ability to free move around and to help keep you balanced. So what you just saw me do, this is what we're going to do. And then I'm going to show you how this works. And then we'll keep our workout going. Today's workout will be a little different because, hey, it's cool. We're in the woods. We're doing something new. And I think it's fun sharing all this stuff with you. And we get to rhyme. All right, so let's go ahead and think about this. This is the goal. I want you to pretend that there's maybe some fireflies or something around you, and you're trying to kind of whoosh them away with kind of one arm at a time, maybe moving around a little bit, waving around at those fireflies. One arm's down, one arm's up. Maybe both arms are up and they're kind of waving around. You don't want to hurt the fireflies. They're cool. You're kind of waving, like, get away, fireflies. Wave your arms, and you're waving your arms around. Who's ever seen like a car wash or like a used car dealership, and they have the inflatable arm thing, and they got the arms and they're just flying all around, the wacky arm. I want you to think about that right now. And that's what I'm thinking about. And you can see my arms are just flowing around. And I'm also engaging my core. Now, why I want to show you that, and let's see if this is at a good height, is that when I step up on this slack line, this is going to be difficult because I know I'm on camera too. So I'm going to want to do a good job. And so what I'm going to do when I try to stand up, look at this thing's going to move, is I'm going to have to focus, and I'm going to get my arms up over my head. And so my arms go up, and now they're up here and they're just kind of moving around and they're waving around. But look at this, they're very lightweight. And you can see how my arms are up above my head and I'm balancing. And as the arms move around, they balance the rest of the body. So when you're thinking about working out your arms, even things like arm circles and what we were just doing like there, when we're sometimes doing swimming, when we're doing spelling letters, all of those exercises, they're affecting your core. And so it's important that when we think about our arms, we think about our core. In this slackline, it's a great example of how to do it. Also, to be noted, I haven't slacklined in probably over a year. It's been a while since I've been on the slackline because I have my new baby girl and I haven't had a lot of time to practice. And so I'm going to make a goal of mine for 2023 to practice more of my balance training and more of my slacklining. And that's going to be one of my 2023 goals. So let's go ahead and move down the body a little bit. Like we talked about engaging our core, we can do movement or we can do holds. And so what I want to start off
Sean,
with,
I think Carrie had a question.
Let's have a water break, everybody, and we're going to have Carrie's question come through.
Hey, John, is it weird sitting on that without a backrest?
It is. It is weird. I have to be thoughtful about where my body position is relative to my hips and how I'm sitting on it. So it takes practice to just sit on this. This is, even though I'm sitting down and I make this look very, very easy, it is not, especially in the beginning, because my brain, it's not used to this. Now, let me give everybody an example of, another situation. Think about anything that you've done now that took a difficult process to learn, and about how maybe we're learning something and you were kind of clumsy with it in the beginning and maybe it was frustrating, but then you kept trying and then you started to kind of get it. And well, your body has the same process when it learns something new, whether it's throwing and clapping and catching, which we've seen Nick excel at, or trying to balance. When your brain is learning on something new, what's going to happen is in the beginning, your brain's saying, hey, do this. And your body's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then as you get better, your brain's like, hey, do this. And your body's like, okay. And your brain's like, hey, do this. And your body's like, yeah, okay. And then pretty soon it makes a connection. And when you think about, hey, do this, your body's like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And that's how this works. That's how everything in life works when it comes to trying to level up and make that progress as a human being in a physical, athletic, and even in a mental, in a confidence. You heard me earlier ask my brother, how long did it take for us to get confident? Not just to where we could do it, but how long did it take for us to get confident in doing this? And like we said, it was about 2 years of practice to where we were doing something that we didn't think we were very good at, but we wanted to be good at it. And then 2 years later, we thought we were good. And that was the truth. And that's what a lot of things are going to take some time. Let's go ahead and do some core stability. Now, if this means you want to do a plank, you can do a plank. If you were thinking that, I wonder if Coach John's going to do a plank on the slack line, you're absolutely right. Because this thing, it can be used for fitness in a lot of ways. I got to tell you, this company on here, this says Gibbon on here. And this company, these are some folks that I've had fun working with over the years. And you can see this thing is moving around on me. And if I wanted to kneel down, I could kneel down. If I wanted to do my elbow plank, I could do an elbow plank. And what I'm going to do is an elbow plank, and I'm going to do a hand plank. We're going to do both of them for 30 seconds. So that's going to give you some time to really squeeze and get in the practice. Now, if you're thinking about to yourself, I don't have a slack line and I don't want to get on the ground, then you're going to bring up those elbows and you're going to squeeze your belly button. So it's 2 moves, elbows up, belly button squeeze. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. So there we go. We got 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. Look, and you can see this thing kind of moves. If I don't stay strong with my muscles, this thing's going to be moving around a lot. And we're at about 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. All right, on the next one, I'm going to be doing a hand plank. So I'm going to be up on my hands and my feet. And if you're sitting down, instead of doing the elbow squeeze, what I want you to do is a hand-to-hand press. So you're going to take one hand, you're going to press it into the other hand, and you're just going to give a little bit of a pressure by each side. It's not going to be too much. You're not going to go one way or the other. You're going to hold steady and just hold that pressure right in front of your body. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Going up on the slack line. My arms are straight. Remember, I did this on a countertop on Wednesday. So I was in a kitchen doing it on a countertop. Now I'm in the forest and I'm doing this on a slack line. There are so many options to engaging your core through trying to hold steady against gravity and against all kinds of situations like this one here, this instability. Let's hold it for 10 more. I'll go 9, 8, 7. I can lift a foot, make it a little more challenging. Woo, that's tough. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. And remember, those isometric squeezes, those squeezes for our stomach, or not our abdominal muscles, not our stomach. I got to do some push-ups because of that, Ben. But wow, look how bright. See what we talked about with the brightness. Let's find, there we go, where it's not so bright. Now I'll take a knee there. Remember when we were in the October Halloween workout, I was doing the Indiana Jones workout. That was a kind of a bright workout too. Sometimes it's tough to find the good light when you're working with nature. And you know what can we do? It can't turn down the sun, but that's okay. And it's going to get even brighter here in just a few minutes. So we might have to go to leadership, and we might even do a camera move for a moment there too. So let's go ahead. We're going to get to our core. We're going to work out our core. Before it gets too much further, I want to show y'all something, because I know some of my friends watching right now are in San Diego, and you're like, Coach John, where'd you go? And I came over here, and I just wanted to get this for everybody and show y'all that, look at this, everybody. This is snow. There's snow out here. And who all has been hanging out with me in the fitness socials and seeing baby Sophia and growing up and all her things she's been doing? Well, yesterday we took her to the park, and for the first time, she got to play with some snow, and she got to do a swing, and she got to do a slide. And it was so much fun. It was such a good time. All right, let's go ahead and get back to our core movements here. If you need to have a sip of water, have a sip of water. And what we're going to do here, let's do the full 4 exercise combo, because I want to see how it goes on the slack line. So let's go overhead for the teacup. Let's go 1. Let's go across for the twist reach. Let's go to the side for the coffee pot, and then down to the ground for the ground touch. I like that ground touch. I kind of rise up when I lift down, you can see, and that's showing you how the weight in my body is shifting. Same thing for you. When you do a ground touch, you're going to be shifting the weight in your body. And we could see that live right there. Let's go ahead and go over the top again. I'm going on the other side. We'll do each side a couple times. Here we go. So we won't miss out. Going with the teacup, coffee pot, twist reach. And there's my ground touch on this side. And I'm going to go back over here, right side, going over the top, going across the front, tipping over to the side, and then going down to the ground. And here we go again on the other side. Now I got my left hand up, holding it over. Got my left hand going over to my right side. Got my left hand going to my left side. And now I'm going to the left side ground touch. And let's do one more each side. Here we go. And over the top, across the front, over to the side, down to the ground. And again, over the top, across the front, over to the side, and then down on the ground. Nice, nice. All right. Let's have a sip of water. If you didn't have one earlier, now we'll have one now. And we are going to do, I'm trying to think of what we're going to do. Let's get a time check. That's what we're going to do. This water takes forever to come out of here.
We're at 11:24.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna move along. Oh, there we go. That's the sip of water I was looking for. All right, so let's move it along. Let's go ahead. I got something I want to show everybody here, and we're gonna be able to do it as a workout. You'll be able to do it with imagination, resistance bar also. But before I do it, I need to get a little more warmed up, especially in my wrists. So let's go ahead and move our wrists around. Let's think of again all of our movements we've practiced in the past with up and down, and I can feel this in my wrists, and I want to get them warmed up because what we're going to be doing is a shoveling exercise. All right, we've done shoveling in the past, and I believe it's pretty much always been, let's go circles now. It's always been imagination for me. I don't know if I've ever got to do real shoveling. We've had the green screen. Now, this isn't a green screen behind me, and that's not a fake wheelbarrow filled with mulch. It's a real wheelbarrow.
Hey, John, didn't you do shoveling on Halloween?
Did I? But I think I was imagining. Oh, did I? I think I might have. You might be right.
Yes, you did, because you had a wheel. You had a shovel. You bought a shovel.
I had the shovel. I had the Indiana Jones adventure shovel. That's right. Nice. Well, shoveling's a theme. Shoveling's good exercise. We're going to talk about two exercises that are going to help that out, because y'all got me thinking about shoveling, but you also got me thinking about rowing, because the shoveling is where we kind of go forward, but then the rowing is where we go backwards. So there's the two movements. So we're gonna talk about that in just a moment. Let's go ahead and do a breath hold, because oh my gosh, today's breath hold, what a challenge for me at high altitude. This is going to be different. So let's go ahead and do a 3 in breath hold, and we'll hold that third breath. So we're going to add an extra one to it. And remember, everybody, we are going for 45 seconds, which means a lot of our friends, it might be you, I might be talking to you right now, you're going to feel like, I want to take a breath. I want you to take that breath. That's okay. This is to give you an idea. And if you want to only hold your breath for 5 seconds or even 0 seconds, you can hold for 0 seconds and watch me count. I'm going to count out 9 times to 5. It's going to be very quiet. We're going to enjoy the nature. And we're going to hold our breath. And the number one thing you have to do, remember, what is it? It's relax. You have to relax your body. You have to relax or you won't make it. All right, here we go. So we're going to breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out. Oh my gosh. I messed up the count at the end there. You could see I was really concentrating on holding my breath and being relaxed. And I even started to mess up the count, but that was 45 seconds, everybody. If you made that, you are incredible. I think that is a very difficult challenge. And I know for a lot of you who tried, again, you can think of that as a good try, because we've been holding our breath all week long and connecting our mind with our body in a very unique way that we have the ability to do. Let's go ahead now and let's put on some smiles and frowns. Let's do some home alones. Let's get our face moving a little bit. So let's go for a smile in 3, 2, 1. And frown. And home alone. And smile. And frown. Home Alone. Smile. Frown. Home Alone. Ah. I had an echo. I did that, and I heard an echo in the canyon. I thought that was fun. All right, everybody, we're going to go to our exercise here. It's going to be this shoveling exercise. So if you're sitting down, we're going to be doing this, if you can, with 2 arms. If not, with 1 arm, it's going to be almost kind of like some of Alicia's moves, where we're going to be punching in and then kind of throwing it back. So you could imagine like a trowel if you were doing some gardening and you're kind of getting in there and throwing it back. If you're using 2 hands, we're going to have 2 hands on that shovel. We're going to go in and we're going to throw it back out. All right. So we're going to be moving it around, or we might even be doing a careful placement back into the wheelbarrow. We'll probably do that. We might throw one and we might put the other ones back in there. All right. If we're standing up, I want you to think about getting low. You're going to use your legs when you do the move, even if it's imaginary move. I'll tell you what, there's not much difference between what I'm doing right here and what I'm about to be doing. As far as my brain's concerned, if I treat this the same way, I'm still going to fire up these muscles. I'm still going to learn the movement pattern, and I'm still going to build strength and stability and everything I need to where if I ever do have to do something like this, I'm going to be ready for it. So let's go ahead. I'm going to move over here into this bright light, and I'm going to bring this over here and bring it into the shade. And so you can see that I just brought this big old wheelbarrow over here, and it's filled with all kinds of stuff. And so remember the moves we have. Now I got my shovel right here. And so with these moves I'm going to be using, I'm going to dump this out, and then I'm going to put this back into the wheelbarrow. So we'll set the shovel down here for a moment. We got a pitchfork in here too. That's what my brother was using. He was getting his workout. We're going to set that down right here. And now if you ever are going to pick something up, this is something that we can talk about because we have this. This wheelbarrow is heavy. It has stuff in it. If you're ever going to be lifting something up, if you're sitting down, I want you to think about doing a trapezius lift. All right, we're going to lift this up and down about 10 times. I want you to do a trapezius lift. If you're standing up, I want you to pretend that you're holding on to the wheelbarrow handles. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick out our butt and we're going to go down and up. We're going to stand up, just standing up straight, but we're going to use this wheelbarrow to help us do that. So let me go over here. I'm going to get right here in between it. I'm going to do my first pickup. I'm going to kind of move sideways. So I'm right here. I got the wheelbarrow filled with all this stuff right here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down, and you can see I stuck out my butt like I'm sitting down. Here's the slack line. Here's the shovel. If you're sitting down at home, we're going to do a shoulder squeeze and we're going to bring it up. So I'm going to go down right here. I drop my butt down, grab the handles, and we're going to go up. And then we're going to go down. And then 2. So if you're doing your imagination, it's going to look like this. You're going to be up and you're going to be down. You're going to be up and you're going to be down. I have this with the wheelbarrow. And this is, you've probably heard people say, you don't want to lift things using your back. And so what they really mean to say is you want to lift things using every single muscle in your body that will help you lift. Because there's a lot more muscles than just your back. We know about the hamstrings. We know about the glutes. We know about the quadriceps. We know about the trapezius and the deltoids and the biceps and everything. Everything is just working together. Let's do one more lift, up and then down. Now I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to dump this out. Let's see what happens here. So I'm going to lift it up right here, and then I'm going to keep tipping it. And now look, I'm doing a press. So I got a forward press. I can bring it back. I can press. And this is what have we done before? What exercise? I'm not going to name it. I want you to name it. What exercise is this right here that we've done hundreds of times with Byron, with Nick, with Carrie, with Carla? And look at this. When I do this move, let me know when we get a name in there, co-host. Let us know if we get the right answer. And look at this. I'm doing what?
In chest press.
That's absolutely right. It's the chest press. So look at this chest press move. It just helped me, and we emptied out the wheelbarrow. So now there's nothing in the wheelbarrow. So let's move the wheelbarrow. We're going to do a challenge. And so I'm going to put the wheelbarrow now on this side of the slack line. All right. We can see that right there. Let's move this water. I almost got hit by that shovel. Who saw that? That shovel tried to get me. Yeah, I'm gonna move that water so I don't dump a bunch of mulch on top of it. Because if I'm not careful, I could make a mess. Now, who remembers the moves we're talking about? We're shoveling in, we're going up, and we're going to either set it in here, or if you want to throw it, you can throw it. Let me show you what a throw would look like. So we're going to go in here. All right, here's the first move. We're going to go in. All right, we get some on there. I don't want to have too much. And now I'm going to throw it over my shoulder, go in this direction. There you go. That went pretty far. But now the rest of it I want to put in here. And look, he's even a big old chunk of ice. Let's get that out of here. I'll show you all that in a minute. All right, here we go. Let's see how many scoops it takes. I want you to scoop it home with me. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. We're going 1. Bringing it over the top and then dumping it. 2. Bring it over the top. And you can do the imagination. 3, 4. This is as nice when you get to scoop and you get a good scoop like that one. 6. All right. 7. Some of them you get more than others. 8. You can see I got to move up a little bit. I'm going to switch sides at 8. Let's see if that's the halfway point. So here I got to scoop in and reach it over. 9. Scoop, reach. 10. Scoop, reach with 11. Scoop, reach. Now look at these moves I'm making where I'm reaching out with my body. Scoop, reach. Well, that's what we want to get doing. We want all these muscles to reach and to pull back. Remember, when you stretch the muscle, it'll bring you right back. Where are we at? I think that was 14. I'm going to come back over this way. Scoop. I gotta toss it over. There we go. 15 and 16 and 17. We might get to 20 and 18. Scoop, help me out. 19. Scoop. There's 20. We're still going. 21. Here we go. 22. We got to clean it up. 23. 24. I think we got one more. Let's go 25. 25. We're going to go 25. And then with the rest of it, we'll smooth it out. All right. That's what another garden tool's for. So check it out, everybody. Again, working out our core, working out our arms, working out our shoulders, working out our legs, our hips. Also, remember the talk test. Who's remembering the talk test? Me and Ben were talking about this earlier. And who remembers what the talk test helps you to understand and to kind of get a good judgment on? We have somebody else to answer that question. Now watch, remember, I'm gonna lift this up. Let's lift it up again. Nice and careful. And I'm just gonna roll it right here. I'm gonna roll it out of the way. And who remembers what the talk test shows us? What that will help us to understand?
It shows how tired you are when you're in elevation.
It shows how tired we are, especially, yes, when we're at elevation. But it could be during any activity, during any types of cardiovascular activity. The talk test is going to show you how your body is recovering, and it's going to help you to make a determination if you need to take a break or if your body is for some activity. Who saw that? I was walking on that in the Crocs too. I don't know about that. But let's have a sip of water. I'm going to try to stay in the screen here. Let's have a sip of water. And what I would love to do is I want to see
John, you should do a workout with your brother.
I should do a workout with my brother. I'll let you all think about what that workout could be. But what I want to do is I want to test. I want everybody to hear, to see what happens when I try to do a cardiovascular exercise at a higher altitude. And I'm going to do the counting, but I think we should bring up our team leader, Bernie. And Bernie, let's do some jumping jacks. Let's do 55 jumping jacks. And everybody, let's see the difference for me. And there will be a difference. I know it. I can feel it already. And we're going to get Bernie unmuted. And then Bernie, if you want to, go ahead and do your exercises.
How would I be there tonight? I have a call, okay?
That's okay. That's okay.
But
All right.
I do the at the end. Is that okay?
We'll have to check with Carrie, but let's start with the jumping jacks. Are you ready? Did you have some water? Oh, she's going to have water now. Nice. All right. I want to make a snowball of energy. I think that would be kind of neat. I don't know if that's possible, but I'd like to make a snowball of energy. Wouldn't that be cool? All right, so here we go. And again, be thinking about what that challenge is. If you want me and my brother to do a challenge, we might be able to accept that challenge. All right, breathing in. Find a good spot to jump here. I think this is okay. All right, here we go. Bernie, you ready? Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Jumping jacks. Here we go. And we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. That was 55. That's our normal jumping. Bernie's got a good heartbeat going. Now, can you all hear? I know Ben can hear. I know some of you, can you all hear the talk test? How many words am I able to get out? Maybe 5, and then I have to take a deep breath. So this is the talk test, and this is what you can do when you're doing cardiovascular exercise. Now, Bernie just grabbed her resistance bar, and so what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to give myself a challenge. All right, Bernie, hang on just a second. I'm going to walk over here, and there used to be a hammock right here, and it had a heavy bar in the middle, and I'm going to use that heavy bar for this exercise. So, Bernie, how many baton spins are we going to do? Okay, you do the counting, and here's that heavy bar. It's a little dirty, but that's all right. There we go. All right, I got the heavy bar. This weighs about 15 pounds.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 29, 30.
Nice job going to 30. And you all saw I had to switch out there. That was getting kind of tough. Now we're going for the back stretch. If you don't have a bar or you don't have a stick, you can just put your hands on your hips. Remember, that's what I'm going to do for this one. Do imagination, lean back into the sunshine there. Down and back into the sun. Ooh, getting that back stretch. Nice job, Bernie. I'm gonna go one more. All right. Oh, nice. She's going over her head, behind her back, behind the back of her head, over her head, behind the back of her head, and then up again and down in front. She's bringing it all the way down too. I like that. I like she's bringing it all the way down by her pockets, lifting it up over her head, down behind the neck. Great job, Bernie.
8,
8,
9,
9, 10. All right, nice job. So now while Bernie's getting her kettlebell, I'm going to try to go over here and get a ball of snow. And so let's see if I can do the next exercise here. I'm going to try to get a great big ball of snow and try to make it into a snowball. And can y'all hear that scratching sound? That's the snow. Keeps breaking apart on me. I'm not gonna be able to make as big a one as I wanted, but I think I got one here. That's good enough. I almost slipped in the mud there. All right, here we go. I got a ball of snow. All right, let's go for it, Bernie. My hands are gonna freeze. Here, yeah, I'm doing it with you. Twist. Okay.
One.
1,
Two.
2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Ooh, nice. And look, my ball of snow still looking good. Actually made it into a nice like little egg shape. But what's happening to me right now, I'm going to put it in the chat room. What's happening to my body in addition to getting a workout? What's happening in my body and in my hands? Who knows the answer to that? Here we go. We're going down and up. Statue of Liberty. This is the first time ever doing a snowball Statue of Liberty. She's going one hand. I'm going to try one hand snowball. Nice job. There we go. Snowball pass.
7, 8,
It's cold.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Holding it up. Oops.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nice. Look at that. It's all gone. Got a little snow in my hat. Let's see who got it right in the chat room that my hands are free. That's right. That would have been the correct answer to that question. Great job, Bernie. That was super fun. You got to lead me in a snowball workout, which I thought was super cool. It's not often that you're going to be out in the snow exercising and have an opportunity to try to work out with the snow. So that was kind of a neat way to do that. And again, made my hands cold, made me have to put some concentration into the exercise. Cause you know, when you're doing something like that and you might be getting your hands cold and your body might say, hey, let's put that snowball down. But for me, my goal was I wanted to try to finish the workout with that snowball intact. And so that goal, that was more of a priority to me than it was just to have my hands. I know my hands are going to warm up. And so it was okay for me to do that for that exercise. So let's go ahead and have a sip of water and let's check in with our co-host. Let's see if there was a challenge.
Hey, Ben and Carrie, do you have a challenge for John and his brother?
I don't.
Ben?
Hey, John, is your mom with you today?
She's out shopping with the girls.
Okay.
Yeah,
I had an idea
little
at
baby
the
girl.
end
Yeah.
for the breathing model.
How about a squat challenge?
The squat. I was thinking about maybe maybe throwing something back and forth challenge.
Okay.
Would you all want to see what me and my friend Landon do at the gym for a warm up?
Sure.
Yeah.
This is something you might be able to do with somebody that you're with. And let's see, Adam, we need to find something we could throw back and forth. I mean, we could throw a stick, but maybe a small rock. Got a good rock over there, a little tossing rock. So you can see us now. We're making a plan. We're trying to figure out what we want. We could throw a water bottle too.
Oh, John, I had an idea. Is there any heavy trees you could lift in that background?
Oh, any heavy lifting trees? There might be some heavy lifting trees. Do you want me and my brother to do a combo tree lift?
Sure.
How about do the throwing first and then the lifting after?
All right. I think we're just gonna be throwing a water bottle here. So let's see. Let's hope this one holds up. If it doesn't, grab my water bottle. The top will stay on. All right. So this is what me and my buddy Landon do. My brother's gonna come over here. He's gonna be standing in front of me, and he already we've done this one time, so he kind of knows this activity. Now, if you're sitting down, there might be a move or two that might be difficult. So then we can come up with a variety of moves, but you can see he's in the super brightness right there. So
Barely can see him.
it's because it's so bright. You're gonna be super bright there too. You have to go back into the shadows. All right, he's gonna go back into the shadows, everybody. There we go. We're gonna be throwing over the slack line. And there we go. We can see him. All right, so what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be standing on one foot. We're just gonna do this on one side. And we're gonna be throwing this water bottle back and forth to each other. And the first one's just gonna be, and you can do this too. We're gonna do a toss and catch with our right hand. and then we're going to throw it back. I'm going to try to catch with my right hand. Now I'm going to go to my left hand. We do a toss and catch with the left hand, which for him is easy. He's left-handed. And now I'm catching with my left hand. Now I'm going to go around behind my back and I'm going to toss it to him. And you see, I'm losing my balance. And then he goes behind his back and he's bringing it there. So then I can go behind my back the other way, throw it to him. There we go. And then next one, I'm going to go behind my head and I'm going to toss it to him. Going behind the head. Now I'm going to go behind my head the other direction. Toss it to him. There we go. And now the next one, if you're sitting down, I would say go over your elbow, do an over the elbow pass. We're going to go under our knee. So a high knee lift and then a toss. And then we go the other way, high knee lift and toss. And then we have one more to go and it's the tornado. So we go knee, waist, and then around the head with a toss. Oh, I'm trying not to fall. There we go. I didn't. All right. And then one more going the other way, tornado. Oh, I dropped it. Waist and going around my head. Last one. And I got to wait for him to complete it before I can step my foot down. And there we go. Nice. So again, it's a game you can do. Now you think about Byron's flow. You think about those moves where you're going around the body, where you're going around the head, maybe under the knee, maybe doing the figure eights and things like that. Now you can turn that into a game with somebody. Maybe you have a family member or a friend or like a staff member. Then you're trying to work together and come up with some exercise games. That's a fun one. It works on the coordination. It works on throwing and catching. For us, it was working on balance and it was also working on us moving things around our body, which is a great activity. Let's go ahead and have a water break. And remember that talk test, everybody. Listen to me now. Now I can talk a lot. I can talk real fast. I don't have to catch my breath when I talk. I can actually breathe while I'm talking and then I can just keep on talking and I don't have to stop. Now I had to stop. But you're going to tell a difference when you're doing cardiovascular exercise. You might get to the point where you can only say about 3 or 5 words at a time. And that might tell you that you're at a really high level of cardiovascular exercise. And it might be time to start bringing it down to where you can start to have more of a conversation. You might want to push yourself for maybe a few moments where it's like that. But like you saw me, I didn't go from doing those jumping jacks and then go right into doing other running and boxing and things like that because my body would not have appreciated that. And for me to train my body, I want to stimulate my body, but I don't want to beat myself up. Okay. And I don't want you to beat yourselves up either. We're going to do it the right way. And we're going to do it the way that is going to have the best response from our body. Let's go ahead and check in with our co-host. Let's get a time check.
It's 11:51.
11:51. What are the co-hosts thinking?
I thought Ben said do the tree lifting, right, Ben?
Tree lifting.
Isn't there like a heavy tree you can try and lift?
They want us to Navy SEAL some trees.
What if you can't use that metal that's on the ground? John.
We have a tree. He's going. He says we're going to both get it. So let's hang out, everybody. We're going to go over here. We might disappear from the screen for a second. And we might even disappear from the Bluetooth for a second. Oh, this is a great tree. All right. Oh, and it's heavy too. It's a 2-person tree. Adam's got the root side. And here we go. We're going to bring it up. And now how many times are we going to do a pass over?
I'd say 10 times.
Make it no.
No, make it harder.
Harder.
Look at this tree we got here, everybody. This is a big tree.
20.
So if you're at home,
no, 30.
30 times. Okay, 30 is a good number. If you're at home, what I want you to do is to bring your hands both over to one side of your shoulder. And you're going to pretend like you're holding this tree with us. And we're going to go up and over. So it's not just an up and down. This is going to be over on one side. We're going to go up and we're going to go over on the other side of our body. So
John, Nick's at 40.
Let's see how it's feeling at 30. All right, here we go. So we're going to get our hands on this tree. And here we go. We're on our shoulders. We're going to go. And everybody at home with us, go 3, 2, 1. We're going up, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we got to work as a team. 5, because if I move too fast, 6. Or if he moves too fast, 7. It's going to give the weight. It's going to make it a lot heavier for him. What was that? 9. Here we go. 10. Woo, 11. 12. He's got the burn going. 13. I can get closer to him to help with that weight. 14. 15, 16, 17. I think we're going to 30. 18. Woo, 19. This is tough. 20. 21. Keep pushing with us. 22. We need everybody to help. 23. Come on. Use your arms. 24. Keep it going. Keep it going. 25. Push it. 26. 27. 28. 29. And then 30. Oh my gosh. That's a proper challenge. Nice job. Good job, Ben. All right. Let's have a sip of water, everybody. Let's get a time check and let's find out what our plan is with our breathing motto at the end. Let's go ahead and see. I wanted to show everybody, see if you can see this. You think the Wi-Fi will go over to that snow? Yeah. All right. Hey, if this drops off, I want to do something funny for everyone. Do y'all want to see something funny? I gotta do this. I'm not gonna like what I'm about to do, but I thought it and I gotta do it. And so what we're gonna do is, and you can do this with me. We've done I's, Y's, and T's before, but never have you seen it done in the snow.
Are you doing a snow angel?
Make a snow angel. So here, check this out, everybody. We're gonna go over this way. We found some really fresh snow. This is my brother's patio.
Ooh.
And I don't know what's underneath that snow. Gravel, so this won't be that bad then. Oh, look at the beautiful color in here. Look how nice this should have done the workout in here. So if you're at home with me, this is what I want us to think about is doing the I's, Y's, and T's and moving our arms around doing, I'm gonna end up making a snow angel right here. So bring it down just a little bit more. Right about there. All right. Are y'all ready for this? Because I'm not. I'll tell you that. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, here we go. Oh man. Oh, here it is. That's cold stuff already. I can feel it. All right, let's go Y. Let's go W. Let's go Y. Let's go I. Oh, it's not angeling. Let's go with the T. Let's go with another I. Let's go with a T. And another I. And a W.
John, don't you need to do your feet?
Make it a Y. Oh, making the feet, bringing the feet in and out. A, we'll do A and V. And keep it going. Keep it moving, everybody. Let's go 10, 9. We'll see what I made. 8, 7, 6. It's cold. 5, 4, 3, W, Y, T, and 1. All right, let's see if I can roll out of here. Oh, look at that, everybody. That's pretty good.
Wow.
I like it. I like it. And I'm probably got snow on me. Yep, I got a little. Do I have anything on my back?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, that's okay. I'll ask my brother to help me out with that. He's gonna dust it off. That's what friends are for. Everybody, we had an opportunity to do something. We had to take advantage of that opportunity. You might have times in your future where you have that. You have an exercise opportunity, and even though it might be uncomfortable, look how much fun I had. And that's what exercise is all about. I want you having fun. I want you thinking about our workouts and thinking, wow, Coach John's having a good time. I feel like I'm having a good time. That's what we want to do with our workouts. So again, cool. I got to make a snow angel. We were working out here. Again, check this out, everybody. There's that Forrest. Let's get a time check and let's find out who's going to be closing us out with that breathing motto.
11:57.
11:57. Nice. Who do y'all have for the motto?
You want to do Nick today?
Yeah, let's bring Nick up. We haven't had Nick on here yet. I'd love that. Bringing Nick into the forest here. Nice. There's all the
Nick's
woods
happy.
behind us.
Oh my goodness.
Nice. Yeah, Nick, you're getting to join us here. There you are, my man.
Oops,
Good to
sorry.
have you on.
Do you want me to
All
add
right.
you?
Yeah, go ahead, bring it up, and then we're gonna give Nick the mute. Great job to Luz and Alicia and Tyler. Great job to Carla, Bobby and Chris. Yeah, my guys. Sulpicio Center, Team Gavel. Hey, Team Gavel. Always great. Nick, go ahead and take it away, my friend.
And 5, body 2 and 1. Breathe in the dirt. Breathe out the bad. Breathe in the happy. And breathe out the dead. Breathe in your bed. And breathe out the wood. and puidamos power. Do you with the hour? Don't for the new year.
Nice job, Nick. He got it right. Remember, it is the new year 2023. You got goals. Maybe it's going back to school. Maybe it's learning a new skill. Maybe it's becoming stronger or having more balance or more cardiovascular health. Whatever your goal is, we're going to work towards those goals in 2023. Make sure you get on the app. Nick's still he's our #1 team leader right now on the app with 8 badges. Great job to Nick. Everybody on YouTube, get on there, like and subscribe. And to Alicia, I've been sharing everybody with the thinker defense move. I've been sharing that with my friends and family. Alicia, thank you for sharing that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you got to go on YouTube and watch Wednesday's workout where Alicia taught us all about self-defense. Thank you to everybody who was on here. Thank you to YouTube and everybody. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bye, everybody. Have